Well, listen, happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to your dad. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Thank
Robert
you.
Glasper, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
And Juneteenth on CNN, hosted by Don Lemon, is up next, followed by Juneteenth, a global celebration for freedom at 8. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm Pamela Brown, and I'll see you again next weekend.
Welcome to Hollywood, everyone. What a fantastic, perfect day. 75 degrees and sunny, not a cloud here in the sky in Los Angeles, in Hollywood. Right now, the stage is being set, as you see, at the iconic Hollywood Bowl for an unprecedented celebration for freedom. 157 years in the making. This is Juneteenth on CNN. I'm Don Lemon, live from Los Angeles, and I am thrilled to be a part of this truly historic event honoring the newest U.S. federal holiday, a long-sought official commemoration of the end of slavery in this country. Tonight, it's going to be extraordinary. It's an extraordinary concert. It's going to be uplifting. It's going to be inspiring. It's going to be educational. And it's only going to be seen here on CNN. We're going to enjoy an extraordinary showcase of black talent spanning different musical genres and really a number of different generations here. The all-star lineup, including Earth, Wind & Fire, performing, you know it, September, and of course some of their other big hits. The legendary Chaka Khan also is going to be live on stage with her R&B classic, Ain't Nobody Love Me Better Than You. That's Nichelle Turner next to me, groaning. And other headliners include songwriter Khalid performing his chart topper Talk, and Neo performing Miss Independent and some of his other most popular tunes. And also featured special messages by trailblazing women of color, the former First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, and the first black Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. We're also going to hear from President Joe Biden, who signed the Juneteenth bill into law. He did that just a year ago. We're going to set the stage for this amazing show that happens in less than an hour here by talking to the woman, I should say, known as the grandmother of Juneteenth, and that is Opal Lee. Wait till you get to meet her. Amazingly young at 95 years old. She played a leading role in pushing lawmakers to formally recognize this holiday. Beautiful day here. I'm so happy to be with you. It's going to be a production unlike anything we have ever seen. The person you heard groaning is sitting right next to me, and that is the lovely and talented, the legendary Nichelle Turner. I'm so happy to be with you.
I want to know who authorized this pairing. I want to know who did that, right?
I miss sitting next to you on the CNN set.
I miss you too. I'm so happy to be here today.
Yeah.
Like you said, a picture-perfect day here in Hollywood. I'm so glad to see so many people filing into the Hollywood Bowl already. I think it's going to be a historic day.
You know who's there? You know who's at the...
I do know
Our Sarah Seidner.
I can't wait.
Is there.
That's my girl.
She's at the Hollywood Bowl. Sarah, tell us about what to expect in the hours ahead.
Can I just say I'm so happy to be alive to be a part of this right now. Like,
Right on,
I think
sister.
we all as a country needed this. We needed this. I am in the iconic Hollywood Bowl. There is nothing that says Los Angeles like this venue. I'm going to give you a quick look at it just so you can see and get, it's like, I want you to be here with me. I want you to feel what I'm feeling. So I'm going to have our photographer, Mike Love, show you some love, give you a view of this gorgeous, gorgeous venue. It has been 100 years. That's how long this place has been putting on acts. And here are some of the acts that you're going to see. From the nostalgic.
That girl is
Belle Biv DeVoe, don't play with me.
Yes, Belle.
I can do
Poison.
this.
Poison is
Let's
happening.
go. To the iconic. To the rising stars.
You should try to be black like me.
You know, when I wrote that song, never in my wildest dreams that I think these opportunities would present itself.
Artists like Mickey Guyton will take the stage at the world-famous Hollywood Bowl, celebrating Juneteenth and the diversity of Black American culture.
To be able to share this slice of culture, this really important part of American life and American history with the world is a big deal.
Dion Harmon is used to producing award shows and Super Bowl halftime shows,
But as executive producer of Juneteenth, a global celebration for freedom, she says this show has added meaning.
To make sure that we all stand together to protect the freedoms that we do have.
Juneteenth commemorates the day in 1865 that Texas slaves finally learned they were free. 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation.
To see an entire group of people to get through that and overcome and thrive, I think is a message of hope.
Stars include Khalid, Earth, Wind and Fire, and The Roots, Black artists from jazz to pop to country, even poetry from the incomparable Jill Scott.
We're not a monolith, we're a mosaic.
Sean G. manages Scott and The Roots and is president of Live Nation Urban, one of the show's organizers. He says this celebration will make history.
It's the first time in the 100 years of the Hollywood Bowl that there'll be an all-black orchestra gracing the stage.
That's a heck of a long time to wait for something like this.
For whatever reason, it hadn't happened in the last 99 years, but you know, it signifies progress.
President Biden will join Vice President Harris and former First Lady Michelle Obama with videotaped messages during the show. What is special about having them be a part of this?
Obviously, President Biden is the individual who signed the bill to make this a national holiday. Vice President Harris, we're in her home state, and Mrs. Obama, she's still sort of fighting for our freedom.
We'll all be free. Absolutely, there's going to be fun and celebration. That's what this is all about.
Stars like Guyton say they'll bring the fun that organizers hope will become a tradition like other holidays.
And people can actually sit their kids down in front of and have their kids get educated as to what Juneteenth is in a fun way.
It's like learning and jamming at the same time.
Yes, yes.
Right. And I promise you, I will be dancing. I will do it off camera to spare you, but I will be dancing. This event put on by the LA Philharmonic, Live Nation Urban, and CNN. What a great group, man. We just listened to Earth, Wind and Fire. I have seen them in this venue before. And Philip Bailey is still hitting those high notes. How does he do it all these years? His 4-octave range still on point. You guys, this is going to be a fantastic show. I cannot wait to share it with you all back there, and I get to sit here and watch it in person. I cannot wait.
We want to see the dance moves on camera because
she's kidding. I've danced with her before. I've seen her. Come on,
she can
Sarah.
dance.
Yes.
She has.
I don't know. All right. I'm not sure. Sarah, Sarah's going to guide us through all of the entertainment tonight.
Did you just say I'm not?
I didn't say anything. You're hearing things. Thanks, Sarah. We'll see you in just a bit here. Enjoy. So what are you looking forward to, Miss Turner?
Well, like all of it, in short answer, but you know, Sean G said something that really stuck with me there. He said, we are not a monolith, we are a mosaic, you know? Yeah. And so, first off, Mickey Guyton. Yeah. I love her, and I think because I really identify with who she is and what she brings to country music. I'm a black girl who grew up loving country music and never really knew where she belonged in that genre.
Same here. My grandmother used to listen. We would listen to country music in the middle of the night on the radio. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so knowing that she's going to be performing Black Like Me really just sits with me. I love that song, and I love her so much. And then some of my all-time favorites will be on there. The Roots, Earth, Wind and Fire. Right. And then some of my new favorites, Lucky Day, Mickey Guyton, those guys will be performing too. So I can't wait to see that mosaic of who we are as Black Americans.
Don't forget, I mean, Sean G said also that this was a learning experience. A lot of people have been saying, how do you celebrate this? Quite frankly, is it for everybody? Right. Is it just for African Americans? No, it's for everyone.
Absolutely.
And how it is a learning experience. You're going to hear from the former First Lady. You're going to hear from Beyonce. You're going to hear Jill Scott with spoken word. Someone you may know of, she happens to be the Vice President of the United States.
Yeah, that lady.
And the President, that lady as well. So it's a learning experience. And I think, look, it's a new holiday, so to speak, a new national holiday, but something that we have been celebrating forever. This is about freedom for the country.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because, you know, everyone celebrates July 4th. Everyone celebrates, you know, America's independence. So we should all celebrate the official end of one of the ills of this society. I think everybody should be out in the streets and out at the Hollywood Bowl celebrating, cheering, dancing, because it is a joyous occasion. Juneteenth is not a holiday that we should be somber on. Juneteenth is a holiday that we should celebrate and be happy because it was an end to a really dark, official end to a really dark period in American history.
I'm also, you know what I'm really excited about? I'm going to get the opportunity to speak with Opal Lee, who's the grandmother
of
this, right? She fought to have this holiday become a national holiday that we all, get to mark and commemorate. But she said she walks 2.5 miles because it was about 2.5 years before African Americans figured out that they were actually free. It took from 1863 to 1865 before General Granger rode in on that horse in Galveston and told the slaves there that they were free. So she marks it by walking. She wants the country, everyone in the country, to do the same. She said, walk 2.5 miles on Juneteenth.
I love that. You know what? I love that so much. I'm going to do that when we finish here. It's going to be dark, but I'm still going to do that. No, I'm serious. I'm going to do that tonight because if 95-year-old Opal Lee can do it,
I mean,
come on.
Yeah.
47-year-old Nichelle Turner can do it. That's for sure.
So I was talking to her and I said, well, Miss Opal Lee, I got to go, right? And she said to me, she goes, oh, you think this interview is over?
Oh. And you said, no, ma'am.
I'm like, no, ma'am.
Absolutely.
You can talk for as long as you want. You can have the entire
earned
hour.
That. Exactly.
She
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to that interview with her from you.
Yeah. And look, it's good. The Hollywood Bowl is an iconic place for an iconic event. And there are going to be so many people. It's not just the people that you're going to see on stage who are performing, but you're going to see some other very notable names in the audience helping to commemorate and mark this very special holiday.
I was just on a plane coming back from Atlanta this week, and I was sitting with Marcy Martin and her family.
Right.
And she is going to be one of the presenters on stage. That little girl is just a mini mogul in the making. But we were all talking about how special this day was because, of course, not only is it the celebration of Juneteenth, but it's also Father's Day. So also to see a lot of those black fathers out in the audience, celebrating them, celebrating Juneteenth, for me, that makes my heart so full.
It makes my heart full, too, to think about what we're sitting here doing on international television and looking at you as the black host of entertainment tonight.
I mean, how about that?
I know, right? and me here on CNN, it's amazing. It's amazing. My conversation with the grandmother of Juneteenth, Opal Lee, that's coming up. She explains why she fought so hard for this holiday and what it means for the entire country. It's all leading up to the blowout concert featuring musical performances by Earth, Wind & Fire, other legendary black artists as well. This is Juneteenth on CNN.
I want young black girls to grow up believing in themselves, imagining that they can be anyone they want to be in this world. I started Marleyville Dolls because I saw a lack of diversity in the fashion doll market. So I decided to have my dolls illustrated, and I've been able to start distributing with DHL almost immediately. My name is Marla Bryan, and I am a businesswoman.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch for easy, fast, and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Egypt is transitioning towards a sustainable, circular economy. Through the opening of the Gabal Al Asfar wastewater treatment plant, it is using treated water to irrigate agricultural land and is producing organic fertilizers. The plant has been designed to reduce waste and optimizes the use of water resources. It generates electricity and saves carbon emissions, ensuring that over 8 million people across the country live better, healthier lives.
Summer in Abu Dhabi. It's everything you want, but so much more than you'd expect. It's relaxing days at the pool in water as chilled as your drink. It's bonding with family, but upside down. And even more so, it's burning rubber on an F1 racetrack, roller coasters breaking records. It's seizing the day or owning the night. It's literally drinking 23 karat gold. It's uniquely designed to make it the summer of your dreams. Abu Dhabi has everything you need to summer like you mean it.
On Mission Ahead, a new spin on launching spacecraft into orbit.
As a species, I think we just always look up and we say, well, that's the next frontier.
Then, could this new zero-emission boat be the Tesla of the sea? Plus, preparing for the future, are cities that float the answer?
On water, buildings don't have to be static.
Meet the entrepreneurs and inventors who are taking mobility to the next level.
Mission Ahead, Saturday on CNN, in association with Fujifilm. Connect the world with Becky Anderson.
It all starts here. Changing, fighting, creating, connecting. Real news that shapes our world. Getting perspective on this region from this region. Places that many of us know, but few of us get to see. It all starts here. And that's why we're here, bringing you the world from our Middle Eastern hub.
Connect the world with Becky Anderson, today on CNN.
I want to go now to an incredible story of survival. Could all this spending lead to a bigger economic crisis? Would you do it all again in terms of being a nurse?
I want to help people more than I ever have.
Aaron Burnett out front on CNN. Coronavirus. To get daily news updates in your inbox, sign up for the CNN newsletter. Coronavirus. Fact versus fiction.
The excitement is building at the Hollywood Bowl with less than an hour to go before a Juneteenth celebration concert that promises to be mind-blowing. So stay right here. You're going to see it all live. But right now, let's put the spotlight on the grandmother of Juneteenth, and that is Opal Lee. She played a leading role, really, in the fight to make this a federal holiday. Watch this. So, Miss Opal Lee, thank you so much for being here. First off, I just want to wish you a happy Juneteenth, of course. How does it feel to be celebrating this federal holiday that you fought so hard for?
I'm still pinching myself to make sure it really happened.
Right.
I want you to know that it's mind-boggling to think that we actually have a holiday. I don't know how to explain it.
What do you say, Miss Opal Lee, to those who question why Juneteenth even needs to be a federal holiday when this country already has July 4th?
They need to be aware that Juneteenth means freedom. They need to know the story of General Gordon Granger getting down to Galveston with some 7,000 black troops. And then they spread out and told people that the slaves were free. You see, President Abraham Lincoln had declared with the Emancipation Proclamation that they were free January 1863.
Right.
But it didn't reach Texas. It didn't reach
2 years
Texas
later.
Until the 19th of June, 1865. And oh, was that a day to be remembered. You see, the general read this paper he had. It was called General Number 3, and on it said, all slaves are free. Then he nailed that to what's now Reedy Chapel, African Methodist Episcopal Church. And when the people came in from work and somebody read that to them, we started celebrating, and we've been celebrating ever since.
In your 95 years, do you think that we've made a difference? What's the progress in your eyes, in your experience?
We've made progress. I think it goes in spurts. Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Martin King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, each one of those. And then to lose that child's life, where the people come out with the Black Lives Matter affair. All these things give us a little push, but we haven't arrived yet. And so I keep telling people that it's left up to us, that each one of us should be responsible for another of us. It's in the Bible. We are brother's keeper. And so, I tell you that if people can be taught to hate, they can be taught to love. And I give this advice. You know people who aren't on the same page you are on. Change their minds. And their minds can be changed. That's not going to happen in a day. It's going to take work. And so, if we carried 1,500,000 signatures to Congress, and we were prepared to take that many more when we got the call to go to the White House for the signing of the bill to make it a national holiday, don't you know 3 million people on the same page could turn this country around?
People ask me, they have been asking me for some years now, Ms. Opoli, how do you, well, I don't know, it's a, you know, before it was even a national holiday, how do you celebrate? And now that it is a national holiday, they say, how do you celebrate? My answer is, and I don't know what yours is, I say you celebrate by learning about the Emancipation Proclamation, about Juneteenth, and if you have a barbecue for the 4th of July, then you should have one for Juneteenth. Now, that's my assessment. How do you think people should celebrate? What would your advice be?
Well, let me tell you what we do. We used to have fabulous parades. Then we've had caravans. Now we have walks. And I walk 2.5 miles, and the people follow. They walk with me. That 2.5 miles is to symbolize that the enslaved weren't free for 2.5 years after they were supposed to be free. So now I say to people, let's have a breakfast of prayer, and we do. Now that's not to be confused with a prayer breakfast. And the programs, as the young people would say, they're off the chain. They're beautiful. There's so much that people need to learn. And I advocate that we celebrate from the 19th of June to the 4th of July. Now that would be celebrating freedom. What do you think of that?
I think it's fantastic. And whatever you say, listen, I think you're amazing. I love the idea of the 2.5-mile walk to mark how long it was before people actually knew that they were free. I am so happy and honored to have you here and to have you be a part of this. And I thank you for doing what you have done. Thank you, Ms. Opoli. You are a sight to behold and a sight to see and a wonder to behold.
Do you think this interview is over? Because I got some more stuff to tell you. Listen. You see, we're going to have the walk here in Fort Worth that starts at 10 o'clock. But in California, it's going to start at 8, and in Philadelphia and Atlanta, it's going to start at 11. And it's going to be simulcast. Is that the word?
Yes, that's
It's going to be shown all over the world. And you ought to be a part of it.
I'm so glad we had this time together. I hope I get more time to spend with you, okay? In the years to come, and I get to see you in person and walk with you. Ms. Opoli, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
Happy Juneteenth.
And the same to you.
And that suddenly makes it all worthwhile.
Listen, Miss Opal Lee, as the young folks say, got you together.
God, she did. She
Okay.
said, you think this interview?
Yes, she gathered you, Don Lemon. I've fallen head over heels.
Yeah.
Head over heels for
Amazing.
that lady. So much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much life she's lived. She's seen, just think about the things she's seen in 95 years in this country. I mean, if there's anyone that has authority to speak on this and speak why this should be a national Hollywood, it is that woman right there.
Well, you said something as the interview was playing. You said, "I love that idea."
Yeah.
June 19th.
Celebrate from the 19th of June to the 4th of July.
2.5 miles.
2.5 miles.
weeks.
2.5 weeks. You know what? It should be an entire country celebration. So why not bridge the two?
Right.
Because that is what this means. When everybody has the right to freedom. Every man, woman, and child is free. So we should celebrate that throughout this whole time.
She talked about the 7,000 troops that went along with General Gordon Granger marched into Galveston, Texas, to tell slaves 2.5 years after they were free that they were free. And here's what she said that I really love. She said that basically what she's saying is what you and I say. Have a relationship with someone who doesn't look like you, doesn't think like you. And she said minds can be changed. She believes that. And if 95-year-old Opal Lee, Miss Opal Lee, because my mom will call me and say, you are not on a first-name basis with Miss Opal Lee. This is, have some respect. If she can do that, considering everything that she's seen in her 95 years, certainly we can.
Absolutely.
As a country.
And I think that I've found, even in conversations, we've had a lot going on in this country, starting from 2020 on, when we really kind of dove deep into the Black Lives Matter movement. Just having conversations with friends, with people I didn't know. You really can make a difference starting one person at a time.
Yeah.
Taking just an extra 5 minutes, being open, being non-judgmental, that sometimes they may have questions that you don't really like or you find like, but if you really sit in it, have really, really good conversations, honest conversations that may not be comfortable, you can start to move forward.
Let's hope that this is the catalyst that pushes us to really dealing with the original sin of this country, which is slavery, and that can be a bridge to bring all of us together to realize that Black history is American history. Yes. Right?
And Black folks celebrate through song. And so tonight, that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do.
Celebrate through song, baby.
Once this concert gets underway, at the Hollywood Bowl, Beyonce, of all people, will narrate a moving tribute to Opal Lee. By the way, I need to mention that. And up next, I'm going to talk with the multi-talented Billy Porter about his performance tonight. Favorites. I know, amazing, right? And the groundbreaking artists who paved the way for his success. Juneteenth, the global celebration of freedom, begins at the top of the hour. We're right back in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
When you grow more, you'll naturally have more to balance. With an expanding community of female entrepreneurs and 22% of working Africans starting businesses, support for new and growing enterprises across the continent has never been more important. Access Bank's digital loans have so far provided over 260 billion naira to upwards of 1.8 million customers and counting. Access, more than banking.
コーヒーの持つ力って人と人をつなぐ力だと思ってて、うちの会社のビジョンっていうのは日本のコーヒーといえばフィロコフィアってなることなんですよ。からそれを達成するには世界に向けた通販が必要だったんですよね。
I'm Salma Abdulaziz in Kyiv, and this is CNN.
When Hublot smashed into the watch world in 2004, it really left a crater hole that has never quite seen the industry recover. This was such a bold, brash, and incredibly brazen take on watchmaking. The Big Bang was the product that launched this ship with a vengeance. These were big, brash, unapologetic watches with all kinds of riveted bezels and large dimensional pushes on the side. This was a watch that, again, was not steeped in tradition. It was creating an entirely new personality and boldness. All of this was brought to the brand by the new owner, Jean-Claude Biver, one of the most electric energetic, and controversial figures in the watch industry. It's hard to think of any other watch brand that's had that much impact on such a conservative industry.
Afghan women are afraid that this is the beginning of your efforts to erase them from the workspace.
Malumnis, it's not clear. Even if we appear with the burqa, maybe they will say that women's voices are forbidden.
Did you ever imagine that you would be prevented from going to school?
Girls' education is fundamental to the dignity of Afghan life.
Do you believe that young girls will be allowed to go to school here in Afghanistan?
For World Sport.
World Sport.
For World Sport, I'm Coy Wyatt.
I'm Amanda Davis.
I'm Andy Scholes.
I'm Don Riddell.
I'm Alex Thomas.
I'm Patrick Snell. And this
is CNN.
Business is all about making connections. But some connections are easier to make than others. With a CNN partner hotel, the world is always at your fingertips. CNN Partner Hotels, connected to your world.
This is CNN. More people get their news from CNN than any other news source.
It is gorgeous here. We're live in Hollywood right now, where thousands of people are gathering for a once-in-a-lifetime concert in celebration of the new Juneteenth federal holiday. It all begins in about a half hour from now. We're expecting show-stopping performances by an unprecedented lineup of black talent, including the actor, singer, author, everything extraordinaire, fashion icon, Billy Porter. Hi, Billy Porter.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Can I lean in and get a hug
Yes.
from you? Billy,
We can hug again.
I've loved you forever.
Ditto.
Forever. And I love what you're doing tonight.
Thank
I love that
you.
you're singing. You're going to let these children know what time it is.
What time it is, my new single.
Yes.
Yes.
We're joking, but this is, I mean, you are doing this. I think this is one of the most significant things I've heard that you said that you felt like you've done to celebrate, to be involved in the celebration of Juneteenth, the emancipation of slaves in this country.
Yeah, and you know, I feel like the show that we're doing tonight, the concert, the education for the world is magical, you know, and I stand at a lot of intersections. And so it's nice to have received the call from the company to show up as a black queer man and be a part of this conversation, because that doesn't always happen.
You are a completely emancipated black man. No, you are. You are the embodiment of emancipation. You do whatever the hell you want. You wear what you want. You wear, you know, sometimes you're feminine, sometimes you're masculine. Sometimes you have hair, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes I don't. Everything in between.
Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't.
Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I want to play with my hair.
What does that mean? Where does that come from and what does it mean? And
You
what's
know-
the lesson for everybody else?
It's taken me a really long time to get here. And what I will say is, what a time I'm having.
Right. But I ask you because we haven't always had that freedom.
No,
as
we
people of
haven't.
color. There were certain roles and things that we had to fit into. One must do this. If you're a man, you must be this way. If you're a
Right.
woman, you must be this way. You can't speak out on this issue. You've got to
Yeah.
make sure that you don't offend people, what have you.
I don't know. I'm an artist. I'm an activist. how I grew up. You know, I'm first generation post-civil rights movement. All I know how to do is show up and activate. That's all I know how to do. That's been my whole life. I came out in 1985 as queer, and we went straight to the front lines to fight for our lives. During the AIDS crisis, I was in the streets at 18, you know, so it's like, it's just always been this, so it doesn't feel different or odd or...
Even new to you?
No, it's not new.
You are one of the most talented people. I ain't lying. You're one of the most talented people I know.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got that. And tonight you're going to be performing, right?
Yes.
Children.
Yes.
Okay. But what are you going to wear? You're also a fashion icon now. Who are you wearing?
You're gonna have
Talk to me
see.
about tonight and who are you wearing?
You're gonna have to see. I don't know yet because I have a couple of options. The choreography, I'm doing a big number, so the choreography will dictate what I wear, but I have a couple of options.
All right. How did I do? Did I do okay?
You did amazing.
All right, thank you.
You always do amazing.
All right, so I got the okay from Billy Porter. Thank you very much, Billy Porter. I appreciate that. You can see they're getting ready at the Hollywood Bowl there. We're going to take you into the crowd at the Hollywood Bowl as we await the first musical performances. You're right, Michelle, it is filling up. We're also standing by to hear from President Joe Biden and the Vice President Kamala Harris and the former First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama. They're going to be delivering some really inspiring messages as this helicopter goes over me. And as we await the start of the concert, here's a preview of a new CNN film on a tennis legend who broke racial barriers, and that's none other than Arthur Ashe.
Everything is concentrated on the razor's edge, and you forget the score, you forget where you are. I feel that my body's floating within myself.
Arthur Ashe, bright young member of the United States Davis Cup team.
Some people think we are all brawn and no brains, and I like to fight the myth.
He started becoming a citizen of the world.
Arthur Ashe, the first black player to win the men's Wimbledon singles title.
He had evolved from someone who was analytical to someone who became more about direct action.
AIDS became another fight for Arthur, and he picked it up like he did every other cause.
He never forgot about his race, and when I say his race, I'm talking about the human race.
For too long, we have waited for hours to convert currencies, days to clear checks, and decades to reach our potential. But now, we can access the power of African free trade in an instant with PAPS, the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. Overcome barriers, reduce risks, trade in local currencies, and connect with a single market united across Africa. Be a part of Africa's flourishing free trade today.
Brekete times 10. Get a Glow SIM today and enjoy 1,000 Naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 Naira bonus for voice and data.
He's interviewed 5 U.S. presidents, authored 7 books, and has an independent voice that resonates.
What happened to when we were united against a common enemy?
He's raw, unique, and one of America's most important talk show hosts. Watch Smirconish, Saturday on CNN. can help the refugees from Ukraine. Join the over 80,000 who've already raised millions for food, shelter, and more. Explore CNN.com/impact. Click to take action.
These troops, they are Russian. I've spoken to the commander. He said they are now in control. Over that way. It's a secret location. They're going to fire on Russian forces. There has been a ferocious battle here. There's unexploded grenades everywhere. We're being shown the powerful American guns, giving them an edge.
You downplayed the US intelligence assessment. Do you now regret that?
I'm in Kiev right now, and it is under attack, Mr. Lavrov, from Russian forces. I'm being told by our security that we need to get our flak jackets on. No matter where you are in this country, lives are being shattered. There are thousands streaming out. It is at least a chance to save their own lives. Matthew Chance, CNN.
Guess what, Nichelle, we're getting close. Look at that. That's the Hollywood Bowl. We're closing in on an epic Juneteenth celebration at the Hollywood Bowl, showcasing Black artists, including superstar performances that are sure to bring the house down. Now, you know who's lucky enough to be in that crowd?
Who's that?
Sarah Seidner is lucky enough to be in that crowd. And she's dancing.
Already.
She's got the little shoulder act. I know she can't help it. What you got for us?
A dance. What else would I have for you? No. The acts are incredible. Nobody wants to see that, I know. The acts are incredible, though. I mean, Belle Biv DeVoe. You know we're all going to go crazy when Poison comes. You know that's going to go.
Yes, it's going to be a problem.
I mean, it's going to be a problem. Everything's going to be thrown around. There are so many people here. I want to give you a look at all of the folks that are here because people have come early. People have been lining up for like an hour already. And they're coming in. You got people from all over the place. They are filling up these stands. They are sold out. So this place is going to be packed. It is outdoors. It is a beautiful, clear, crystal clear LA day. We don't get this every single day. It is like the day is made for Juneteenth. And I just want to reiterate, this is really about many different things. It's about uniting people. It's about teaching history. It's about enjoying time with one another. It's about dancing and singing. But it's very much about, and very purposefully about, the accomplishments of Black folks after Juneteenth, after 1865, and what people have been able to accomplish. The director is Black, the producer is Black, the orchestra, for the very first time in 100-year history of the Hollywood Bowl, they have an all-Black orchestra. That's never happened before. This orchestra has come together in an incredible way from all over the place. So there's so many different acts, including, by the way, because I love her, Jill Scott is going to be reading some poetry. There is just so much for so many. Jilly from Philly is here, and so you're gonna see all sorts of genres, from country to poetry, and I could not be happier to be here, guys.
Got my keys, got my purse, got my jacket, off to work. Screaming. When I lived in Philadelphia, down the first. Is it the way you love me, baby?
Oh, it is the way I love you, baby.
So, hey, what do you quickly? Is this a pre-show we're seeing now? These are not rehearsals, right, Sarah?
Yes. Yes, we listened to rehearsals that sounded like you could just record that and I'd be happy in my life. But I think this is a comedian that's about to come on. We have seen these wonderful dancers, these Dutch dancers that were all 3 young Black girls who were just killing it. And here we go. Good afternoon, LA. That's what's happening in the Hollywood Bowl right now. It's amazing, guys.
I love that people have gotten there so early because, they're going to kick off this celebration tonight with the Negro National Anthem, and my favorite will be singing that. Lift Every Voice and Sing That is Yolanda Adams, who has never hit a bad note. I cannot wait to hear that. And then they're going to close the show with, like, the unofficial, I call it, like, the unofficial Black Joy Anthem. And that's optimistic.
I cannot wait. Sarah mentioned the Black excellence that's taking part in this, including the musical director, right? The co-musical directors here. One of them is musician and producer of Roots, Questlove. Questlove is about, I'm going to talk to him about his role in this celebration and why Juneteenth isn't just about Black history, it's about American history. Questlove will be performing with the iconic Chaka Khan, one of the lead-off entertainers tonight. Before this mega concert begins, we're going to squeeze in a quick break. We'll be right back, everybody.
₦20,000 for free. 20,000 naira bonus. Is your line blocked? Then move to Glow.
I'm reconnected. Because we've all reconnected. And it's simple, simple.
Dial *109# and link your NIN to your new or existing Glow number. Get up to 20,000 naira for free with Glow.
20,000 naira bonus free.
Yes, sir, free.
Niger, what are you waiting for?
When you dream more, you need to move more. With over 45% of sub-Saharan Africa using mobile money, innovative digital payment solutions are giving people financial freedom. Access FacePay uses AI to make transactions more secure and accessible for over 31 million customers. Access. More than banking.
Through investment in STEM schools, Egypt has committed to building a more diverse and inclusive workforce. They are encouraging women and girls across the country to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. By ensuring that they are not just represented, but are also empowered to thrive across all sectors, Egypt has demonstrated their commitment to investing in the country's youth and in the mission to achieve sustainable development goals.
Traveling through memories of my life, learning something new each and every time. On my way, on my way. We share this place, we all belong.
Nonviolence means feeling oneness with all living beings. And part of that is wanting freedom for all living beings. My name is Sadhvi Sadali Shri. I'm a Jain monk and filmmaker based in Dallas, Texas. I became a Jain monk in 2008 after serving in the Iraq War. I was deployed and I experienced a lot of violence. And I experienced it emotionally and mentally when I came back going through PTSD. A couple of years ago, another monk and I were talking about sexual abuse, and we knew as monks we wanted to raise awareness about the taboo subject. We didn't know about human trafficking yet. And so when we decided to raise awareness, we wondered, what are we going to do? And we didn't have any film experience, but we knew by making films, we could educate many people. Surviving Sex Trafficking is my second film, and we wanted to follow the journey of healing of the survivors featured in the film. So we traveled around the world and also within the United States. And it was important to us to know their journey and to see if they can truly heal. Is there hope?
All right, so we're getting close. Folks are taking their seats at the Hollywood Bowl and settling in for a concert that is sure to get them up on their feet. You will be up on your feet too. And we're nearing the start of this unprecedented Juneteenth celebration, featuring some of music's most talented black artists. Most talented, and that includes none other than Questlove. He's one of the musical directors for this concert. He's going to be performing as well as his band, The Roots. Questlove, thank you. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
very
having me.
much. I appreciate it. How do you feel?
I'm excited. You know, this is
not nervous.
Oh, never nervous. I mean, I've done too many shows to be nervous, but I'm more excited because you know, it's rare for us to. My favorite type of shows to do are kind of the mix and mash of different genres. Like the Roots are such a community group, and the fact that tonight we can celebrate, you know, like with the country of Mickey Guyton and kind of the hip hop of Killer Mike and the soul of Anthony Hamilton and the legacy soul of Earth, Wind & Fire and Shaka Khan and Velvet DeVoe and, you know, even to meet Debbie Allen. No, I'm not humble bragging. No, I'm not humble bragging.
No, but because it's look, I think it's a beautiful celebration of blackness, but it's a beautiful celebration of America as well. This is about American history and about celebrating the real.
Black history is American history,
American
and that is the most important takeaway that I think, you know, because I still have friends that are still like skittish or, well, am I allowed to celebrate? Should we celebrate? Is this you guys celebrate or we? And the thing is like our history is American history. Yeah. And, you know, the acknowledgement of this is important. It's very important.
I was leaving the hotel this morning and someone said, "Oh, you're doing the thing on CNN. Now, how, like, what do we do?
Are we allowed to?
Are we allowed?" I said, "Yes, this is a celebration for everyone." I asked them, I say, "How do you celebrate the 4th of July?" And they say, "Well, I celebrate by doing da-da-da-da." And I say, "Well, you do the same thing, except you learn about the history of the country. You learn about Juneteenth, and that in itself is the beginning of a celebration. And then, as Americans, I think we'll figure it out." Am I wrong about that?
No, you're absolutely correct. I know that I think the floodgates opened. I mean, especially in the summer of 2020. But I remember previous to that, we were lucky enough. Kenya Barris called the Roots to do like a short play on Schoolhouse Rock, "I'm Just a Bill," but explaining what Juneteenth was. And it's so weird because even on like streaming services, that sort of 1-minute parody song, which actually got released as a single, is like, I would never think like that song of all songs is like in the top 5 of like stuff I won for Grammys and stuff. And then here's the Juneteenth song. So yeah, it was a lot of people's eyes were open.
Can I just say thank you for what you do for the country? Thank you for bringing attention to this and the celebration to the entire country, on CNN here, to the entire world. And I just really have always appreciated you, but especially for this. You are the man. Thank you, Questlove.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. All right.
And just real quick, Nichelle Turner got me all the way together. She said, "You didn't say Oscar winner, Questlove." Oscar winner. Thank you, Nichelle. Coming up, we're just minutes away from the opening acts of this historic Juneteenth concert. It gets underway with a stirring performance by gospel singer Yolanda Adams. That's what Nichelle wants to see. We're giving you a front row seat for every moment. It all begins next. You want to see her, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Summer in Abu Dhabi. It's everything you want, but so much more than you'd expect. It's relaxing days at the pool, in water as chilled as your drink. It's bonding with family, but upside down. And even more so, it's burning rubber on an F1 racetrack, roller coasters breaking records. It's seizing the day or owning the night. It's literally drinking 23 karat gold. It's uniquely designed to make it the summer of your dreams. Abu Dhabi has everything you need to summer like you mean it.
When you invest in people, you give them the opportunity to be more. With up to 20 million young people joining the African workforce each year, empowering the next generation has never been more important. Access Bank's Project LEAD has equipped over 90,000 students with leadership training. And our Pitchathon scheme invests in female entrepreneurs, helping them realize their vision. Access. More than banking.
For World Sport, I'm Amanda Davis, and this is CNN.